अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनम् दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् 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 दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् उद्यमेन हि वर्धते यशः कुरु कर्म त्वं सर्वदा ततः उद्यमेन हि वर्धते यशः कुरु कर्म अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् उद्यमेन हि वर्धते यशः कुरु कर्म त्वं सर्वदा ततः उद्यमेन हि वर्धते यशः कुरु कर्म त्वं सर्वदा ततः स्वस्ति वत्सदा शोभने पथे प्रार्थयामहे ईश्वरं प्रति स्वस्ति वत्सदा शोभने पथे प्रार्थयामहे ईश्वरं प्रति अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनम् उद्यमेन हि वर्धते यशः कुरु कर्म त्वं सर्वदा ततः उद्यमेन हि वर्धते यशः कुरु कर्म त्वं सर्वदा ततः स्वस्ति वत्सदा शोभने पथे प्रार्थयामहे ईश्वरं प्रति स्वस्ति वत्सदा शोभने पथे प्रार्थयामहे ईश्वरं प्रति अभिनन्दनम् अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले अभिनन्दनं दीक्षान्तकाले
Hari Om. Welcome to one and all to the much awaited first face-to-face convocation of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth. Thank you all. I now request Ms. Hridya S. to render the prayer.
Sahana vavatu Sahano bhunaktu Sahaviryam karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu Ma vidvishavahai. Om Shanti 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 Sadashivasamarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam.
Thank you. I request Krishna Priya, Sandra, Vinamra and Induja to render our Kulageetam.
संस्कृति रक्षायैति नितधानं लक्ष्यं हृदये विद्या संस्कृति रक्षायैति नितधानं लक्ष्यं हृदये चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठं जयति महोजो धरणितले जयति महोजो धरणितले सुन्दरं बन्धुरं ज्ञानमन्दिरं सुन्दरं बन्धुरं ज्ञानमन्दिरं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठम् पूर्वपश्चिमो भूतभवन्तौ सङ्गमयति यत्सुरधामा पूर्वपश्चिमो भूतभवन्तौ सङ्गमयति यत्सुरधामा पाठनसंशोधनमुखसेव्या पाठनसंशोधनमुखसेव्या विद्या यत्र परा देवी विद्या यत्र परा देवी सुन्दरं बन्धुरं ज्ञानमन्दिरं सुन्दरं बन्धुरं ज्ञानमन्दिरं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठम् भरतभुवौ विद्यास्थानानाम् आनयनाय व्यवहारे भरतभुवौ विद्यास्थानानाम् आनयनाय व्यवहारे अभिनवसरणौ समुदयमानम् अभिनवसरणौ समुदयमानम् अतिशयमतिशेते जगति अतिशयमतिशेते जगति सुन्दरं बन्धुरं ज्ञानमन्दिरं सुन्दरं बन्धुरं ज्ञानमन्दिरं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठं चिन्मय विश्वविद्यापीठम्
Thank you very much. May I now request Honorable Chancellor Pujya Swamiji, Chief Guest of the event Sri Nitin Paranjpe, Vice Chancellor Professor Ajay Kapoor, Managing Trustee Dr. Apparao Mukamala, and the Chief Executive Officer of CCMT, Ms. Manisha Kemblani, to light the lamp.
ॐ शुभं करोतु कल्याणम् आरोग्यं धनसम्पदः शत्रुबुद्धिविनाशाय दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपज्योतिर्परब्रह्म दीपज्योतिर्जनार्दनः दीपो हरतु मे पापं दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते दीपो हरतु मे पापं दीपज्योतिर्नमोऽस्तु ते ॐ असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Thank you very much for marking the auspicious beginning of the event. Next, I invite our students, Supriya Dattatri, Kamya Krishnakumar, Gauri Krishna, Meghna Kamath, and Akshita B. Nair to invoke Lord Ganesha.
श्रीगणेशाय नमः. नारद उवाच प्रणम्य शिरसा देवं गौरीपुत्रं विनायकम् भक्तावासं स्मरिन् नित्यं आयुः कामार्थसिद्धये प्रथमं वक्रतुण्डं च एकदन्तं द्वितीयकं तृतीयं कृष्णपिङ्गाक्षं गजवक्त्रं चतुर्थकं लम्बोदरं पञ्चमं च षष्ठं विकटमेव च
सप्तमं विघ्नराजेन्द्रं धूम्रवर्णं तथाष्टमम्
नवमं भालचन्द्रं च दशमं तु विनायकम् एकादशं गणपतिं द्वादशं तु गजाननम्
द्वादशैतानि नामानि त्रिसन्ध्यं यः पठेन्नरः न च विघ्नभयं तस्य सर्वसिद्धिकरं प्रभो
विद्यार्थी लभते विद्याम्
धनार्थी लभते धनम्
पुत्रार्थी लभते पुत्रान्
मोक्षार्थी लभते गतिम्
जपेत् गणपतिं गणपतिस्तोत्रं षड्भिर्मासैः फलं लभे संवत्सरेण सिद्धिं च लभते नात्र संशयः।
गणपतिगं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसादनम् श्रीमहागणपतये नमः।
वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। वक्रतुण्ड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा।
हे गणराय तेरे बिना मैं आदि स्तुताय कहाँ चला मैं। हे गणराय तेरे बिना मैं आदि स्तुताय कहाँ चला मैं। आकार लेने लगा ख्वाब मेरा साकार होते रुका ख्वाब मेरा। मेरे अधूरे कार्य सनी निदा दबा कर दे तू पूरे आज सानी दा पानी दा मग सरबनी।
Thank you for the wonderful invocation. Respected dignitaries, this convocation of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth has been called for to confer the degrees and diplomas upon the candidates who have been qualified for the same. We are indeed blessed to have with us Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji, the Chancellor of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth and the Global Head of Chinmaya Mission, with us on this joyous occasion of conferring degrees upon our students. The students are more blessed to receive the degrees from Pujya Swamiji, the rare blend of authenticity with accessibility, theory with self-practice, and logic with the heart. I request the Honorable Chancellor Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji to declare the convocation open. Thank you, Swamiji. Professor Ajay Kapoor, Honorable Vice Chancellor of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, has been involved in the growth of CVV since its inception in several capacities. Professor Kapoor has his engineering degree from IIT BHU and doctorate from the Cambridge University. He is rated among the top 2% of researchers in the world in the field of mechanical engineering and has several publications to his credit. The torchbearer of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, backed by a rich experience in academics and administration, Professor Ajay Kapoor has been constantly guiding CVV to tread the path to greater heights. Sir, may I invite you to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you very much, and it's really wonderful to see everybody here today. Gives me great pleasure to welcome our Chancellor and beloved Pujya Swamiji. So welcome Pujya Swamiji here. Pujya Swamiji is, as we are just heard, Global Head of Chinmaya Mission, our Chancellor, personally for me, my inspiration also. So it's really nice to have Pujya Swamiji giving degrees on our first open convocation. We also have with us Swami Advayananda ji, Swami Vivekananda ji, so welcome. We have our CVV Trust, Managing Trustee Parao ji and other trustees, our SIF trustees and Rajesh ji, I can see him here sitting quietly doing all the work here. It is also very nice, indeed very nice to welcome our chief guest here. Our chief guest, and I want to connect these two things. Our personal motto is to transform our students. When students come to a university, they are either looking for a job, or they want to go into higher education, or they may like to start their own business, or they may take a leadership position. We believe as Chinmaya Mission family, transform them, whatever they want to do. Who better to be our chief guest than the Global Chief Transformation Officer of this global firm, Unilever. We have with us Nitin Paranjape. So welcome Nitin Paranjape for that. We have wonderful luminaries here as our advisory committee members. And I have been interacting with them over many meetings. I can tell you the kind of experience and goodwill, their willingness to help is something which is absolutely the best thing. They have given us not only their time, their attention, in fact, they are very valuable thoughts. And I'm promising you that we will take all of that into account. So welcome, sirs and madams, for this great occasion here. We have got many donors present here. You are the ones who make these wheels move. Thank you and welcome here. Many well-wishers who are here. Universities require a lot of people to run, and it is great to see many colleagues in academics, in staff present here today. Our previous Vice Chancellor, Gauri ji here, and many other members of staff who are watching us on YouTube. So welcome to all of them. Then the most important people of today, our students. You are our purpose. We are here not only today, but in fact in the years before and years to come, only for you. So it is really with my deep feelings, I welcome you all here. And if you think about how are you here, your parents, Matra Devo Bhava, we always say, Pitra Devo Bhava, we always say, your guardians, your siblings, your family members, your friends, everybody. I know we could not accommodate you all here. So many of you are in other parts of the university and in our other campuses watching us. Welcome to all of you here. So welcome to everybody. On behalf of CVV, I like to extend a very warm welcome.
Thank you, Ajay ji. As Ajay ji has already mentioned, we have with us our chief guest, Shri Nitin Paranjape, the Chief People and Transformation Officer, Unilever. A mechanical engineer and an MBA graduate from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies, Shri Nitin joined Unilever in 1987 at Hindustan Lever Limited, India. The trajectory towards Chief People Transformation Officer includes various roles in marketing and sales in India, a short stint at Unilever, London, senior positions in laundry and household care, Executive Director for Home and Personal Care, India, Chief Executive Officer of Hindustan Unilever Limited, India, Executive Vice President for Unilever South Asia, President of Unilever's Home Care Division, followed by President of Food and Refreshment Division, and the Chief Operating Officer of Unilever. From April 2022, Sri Nitin is the Chief People and Transformation Officer at Unilever. In the current role, he is responsible for leading human resources as well as the global implementation of the Compass organization, a shift in the organizational structure from metrics to focused business groups. The man who turned around the fortunes of the business in a tough macro and economic environment, Sri Nitin wears the crown of having been the youngest CEO in the history of Hindustan Unilever and believes that employees will be able to define their true role in an organization only when vision is collective and individually relatable. We are fortunate to have you with us on this special day, sir, delivering the special address. Before I invite you to deliver your address, I request Pujya Swamiji to present a token of our respect to Sri Nitin. Thank you, Swamiji. Now I request our chief guest, Sri Nitin Paranjpe, to deliver the commencement address.
Pujya Swamiji, other Swamis, trustees of Chinmaya Mission, members of the Advisory Council, our gracious donors, friends. Let me first begin by congratulating the Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth class of 22 on this very, very special occasion. Today is the outcome of years of hard work that you've put in. And you should all be very, very proud. But today is also the hard work, as you heard, of many other people. Teachers, faculty members, your parents. Your parents would have put in enormous amount of work and heart to see you where you are today. My big thank you to all of you. In many ways, I have to say the word thank you feels somewhat inadequate for all the effort that people have put in to get you where you are. I also want to thank all of you for inviting me here today. It's a special honor and a privilege, and I recognize the importance of an occasion like this. And I have to say, I thought long and hard about what I should come and say on an occasion like this. I must admit I started off with some grand ideas that I could come here and say something inspiring. Probably share some thoughts which could shape your minds. Maybe if I was lucky, even life-changing experience for some of you. But then reality struck. I remembered myself as a student a long time ago. I remembered my graduation event. I remembered the array of wonderful speakers who had been invited. But sadly, and almost embarrassingly, I have to admit, I barely remember who came and spoke, let alone the messages that they left behind. So there is little reason that I will not suffer the same fate. And therefore I stand here today with much more modest expectations and aspirations. I don't stand here to try and change anyone's life. I simply am here to try and share with you some experiences, some things I've learned over my long career. They made a difference to me. They're very simple, and they could be relevant to you. 35 years ago, I was like you, a student, full of hope, but with somewhat limited perspective of the world, and certainly relatively modest aspirations. The fact that I got selected by Hindustan Lever in those days in itself felt like a dream come true, my life's ambition. So limited was my thinking. And it was only because it was then, as it is now, one of the most iconic and respected companies in the country. That several years later, I've continued to grow in the organization has as much to do with the company and the many well-wishers and mentors that I had along the way. Well-wishers and mentors from whom I learned a few things, and I thought I'd share with you 3 simple ideas, like I said, which made a difference to me and could be relevant to you. The first, as you sit here today as graduates, there would be many things going on through your mind. many questions. You would be full of hope, but also anxiety. Anxiety of some of the choices that you have to make going ahead. What field should I pursue? What should I do next? Will I get the right job? These are important questions. And for sure, you should reflect long and hard about the direction you take. But probably at least as important, if not more important than these questions, is the mindset and attitude to bring to whatever you do. Many, many years ago, I had a close friend of mine who said, "The best job in the world is the job I have now." I never understood it then. But years later, I have come to realize the power of this mindset. A mindset which recognizes that there is no such thing as a good job or a bad job. It is just the perspective with which you look at it. And I've seen the difference it makes. This sounds cliched, and it is, but it is important. And therefore, blessed are the people who can take joy and love whatever they do. It is the prerequisite for excellence. Now, the second thought relates to a piece of advice that I heard many times when I was growing up from teachers, well-wishers, etc. That aim high, which I understand, but aim high and aspire to be the best in the world. Now, for some reason, I could never relate to this idea of being the best in the world. It troubled me because it wasn't just about me, it was a function of how good everyone else was. And in a world of almost 7 billion people, the likelihood that someone will be better than you always existed. And so why try? Till I heard a nuance of this, a slight variant of this. And that was, try and be the best that you can be. Now to some this might sound like a cop-out, an easy escape. But it wasn't. I found it liberating. I found it inspiring and empowering. Because no one in the world could take away my right to work to be the best that I can be. It was only up to me, not to anyone else. And given the near infinite potential that each one of us has, this is not a cop-out. There is no end to the amount of improvement you can with an attitude like this. Much later, I realized the irony. The irony is that only this attitude of trying to be the best that you can be gives you at least a chance, the small chance that you might become the best in the world. And the third thought that I felt of sharing with you is based on a very simple human insight. Every human being goes through life in search of meaning. Meaning in life, meaning in your relationships, meaning at work. A reason to be, a purpose. Now, purpose might sound like a very lofty word, but it doesn't have to be. It is simply the thing that gives you energy, wants you to get out of bed, wants you to put in that discretionary effort every day. What is that purpose that you have? It's a tough question, but a question that you must keep asking yourself. And when you do find that answer, don't let it go. Pursue it. Pursue it and let purpose be the compass that helps you navigate this world. A world full of opportunity but also challenges. A world full of volatility and uncertainty. A world that requires strong and purposeful leaders. A world that requires leaders with a moral compass. Now, many years ago, people simply believed that IQ, what you call intelligence quotient, is a determinant of success. Much later, they realized that it's important, but it's not sufficient. You need to, in addition of IQ, have what people call EQ, an emotional quotient. It is my belief that the time has already come when IQ and EQ needs to be supplemented with what I would call MQ, a moral quotient. A moral quotient which helps you determine the difference between right and wrong and having the courage to pursue the former. It is this moral quotient which is important in today's world because very often you will encounter situations in this unpredictable, uncertain world where there is no playbook. It's not been done before. You have nothing else to rely on other than your values, your beliefs. That's what can anchor you. And that's why this becomes so important. And that's why I believe all of you are super blessed. You're blessed because you've had the benefit of a wonderful education from Chinmaya Mission. An education which marries modern education, but was also grounded in the understanding of Indian culture, Indian wisdom, the Indian knowledge system. It is absolutely my belief that it is this combination that is going to be absolutely critical for the world that we are going to face in tomorrow. And all of you, as leaders, have a wonderful starting point as you start entering into the world. I wish you all the best. I congratulate you on this wonderful occasion. I wish you success. But above all else, I wish you fulfillment and happiness. I wish you the opportunity to go out and be the leaders that you can be. India needs you so that you can shape the India that we all know that it can be, they all want and will all be proud of. Thank you very much and all the very best for your future.
Thank you, sir, for the inspiring address and reiterating all that has been taught to the graduates in their years here. Now I invite our Managing Trustee, Dr. Appara Mukamala, and Dr. Sunita Granthi, Director, Center for IKS, to chant the Taittiriya Upanishad.
Hari Om. So in our tradition, the great advice in Taittiriya Upanishad given by the teacher to the student is remembered today and repeated as well. On your seat, you will see a handout which we have put together of the Shikshavalli of Taittiriya Upanishad, which gives you the meaning, simple words, yet packed with power. So I'm going to chant the Sanskrit version, and I have Dr. Appara Mukamala who will address the students with a simple meaning from each one of these shlokas. Would you like to chant? Okay. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Vedamanu Chacharyonte Vasina Manushasti Satyam Vada Dharmam Chara Swadhyaya Anma Pramadaha Acharyaya Priyam Dhanamahritya Prajatantum Ma Vyavachetsi Satyana Pramaditavyam Dharmana Pramaditavyam Kushalana Pramaditavyam Bhutyaina Pramaditavyam Swadhyaya Pravachanabhyam Pramaditavyam Deva Pitrukaryabhyam na pramaditavyam Matradevo bhava Pitradevo bhava Acharya devo bhava Atithi devo bhava Yanyanavadhyani karmani Tani sevitavyani No itarani Yanyasmakagum sucharitani Tani tvayopasyani no itarani Yeke chasmachreya gumso brahmanaha Tesham tvayasanena prashvasitavyam Shraddhaya dheyam ashraddhaya dheyam Shriya dheyam Hriya dheyam Bhiya dheyam Samvida dheyam Athayadite karma vichikitsa va vritta vichikitsa va syat Tra brahmana asam marshinaha Yukta ayuktaha Aluksha dharma kamasyuhu Yatha te tatra varteran Tatha tatra vartethaha Athabhya akhyateshu Ye tatra brahmana samharshinaha Yukta ayuktaha Aluksha dharma kamasyuhu Yatha te teshu varteran तथा तेषु वर्तेथाः एष आदेशः एष उपदेशः एषा वेदोपनिषत् एतदनुशासनम् एवमुपासितव्यम् एवमुचैतदुपास्यम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः.
Sunitaji, thank you. Hari Om. We first did this in Alvet camp in 1979, July 27th, when Puji Gurudev conducted the family residential camp. On the last day, he made us all chant Convocation, Shikshavalli from Taittiriya Upanishad. I knew nothing about it, except that it made a lot of sense. Now I'm going to do something strange. From a native language, I'm going to translate into foreign language. There's English. I don't have to do that. All of you have a handout on the seats. You can go through that at your own leisure. I would like to put this in a proper perspective, at least my perspective. When I went to college from high school, my mother and father gave me some advice. Then when I graduated, our dean gave me an advice, what we now call the Convocation address. Most of this is what our grandmother told us, great-grandmother told us, mother told us, aunties and uncle told us. Speak the truth. Do your duty. You don't need a convocation for this. He says, do your duty to the gods and the departed souls. Unfortunately, most of us don't. Most of us don't even remember when our parent passed away. We don't remember the day when they passed away. This says, please do the Shraddha. This is one of our Kartavya karmas that we have to do. Next one we heard so many times, Matru Devo Bhava, Pitru Devo Bhava, Acharya Devo Bhava, and Atithi Devo Bhava. Verbally we understand. In practice, do we do it? Youngsters, keep this in mind. This is from Krishna Yajurveda, where the teacher told the student this has to be practiced. This is probably the original source of this saying which we hear so often. And there are some don'ts that they say, that things that we should not do. He says, most important, do not neglect continuing education. What we gave you is basic education, either graduate degree or postgraduate degree. But this has to continue the rest of your life. Continuing education, no matter which field that you are in. This next one is not for the VSc students who are already married. This says, get married and produce children, don't cut off the descendants. Otherwise, the world will perish, which we don't want to do. That's one of the things that must be done. Again, VSc students, don't start doing it again. Next and the most important, I want to pick up 1 minute what Nitinji said. Have a purpose in life. That is one of the three things. There is evidence to prove that those that have a purpose in life have a longer telomere in their chromosome, because telomerase is an enzyme that increases if there is a purpose in life. This is a double-blind controlled study. They said people in purpose in life live longer, live happier. Leave alone everything else. This is one area of research. This Elizabeth Blackburn was awarded Nobel Prize for saying that purpose in life increases the telomerase and length of the telomere. Having said that, Hari Om, Jai Hind, Jai Bharat. Sadhgurunath Maharaj ke. Thank you.
Thank you, Aparaji and Sunitaji. Now let us move on towards the climax of today's event, the conferment of degrees and diplomas. For carrying out the formalities of the same, I request our Honorable Chancellor, Pujya Swami Swarupanandaji, and Honorable Vice Chancellor, Professor Ajay Kapoor, to please come to the dais. Thank you, Swamiji and Ajayji. All graduating students are required to take the graduation oath led by Honorable Chancellor. I request our Vice Chancellor to pass on the oath to Pujya Swamiji to lead the graduation oath.
My dear students, this is your graduation oath. So, please repeat it with conviction, because whatever you affirm right now on this sacred occasion, this very important juncture of your life will stay with you and will guide you, help you, and establish you very firmly in the knowledge, the values, and the convictions that you have gained at the Chinmaya University. So please repeat after me. I will pause so that you can repeat. We, the students of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, graduating in the year 2022, hereby pledge that we will, in thought, word and deed, discharge both in our personal and professional life all our duties and responsibilities with utmost sincerity and complete dedication. We pledge that we will, under all situations and circumstances, maintain our personal dignity and professional integrity, and uphold the honor of our university. We pledge that we will fully utilize and bring to effective use our knowledge in the domains that we are engaged in, and be positive contributors to the society, country, and the world at large. As proud and blessed graduates of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, we pledge to live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We are fully aware of our responsibilities, and in discharging them, we seek the Lord's grace and Pujya Gurudev Swami Chinmayananda's blessings. Om Tat Sat. With that, may these blessings be with you always, this conviction be with you always, and the pledge that you have taken stand with you as you firmly take your journey ahead in life to greater success and to greater contribution to the world at large. You can do it, and you have to will to do it. Best wishes.
Thank you, Swamiji. I request Honorable Chancellor to declare the conferment of degrees to the graduates of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth.
By virtue of the authority vested in me as the Chancellor of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, I admit all of you who are physically present for the ceremony and those of you who are not physically present for the ceremony to the degrees and diplomas for which you have been declared qualified. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji, and congratulations to all the graduates of 2022. Now, the Dean Academics will present the students to the Honorable Chancellor. I invite Professor R. Srivalsakumar, Dean Academics, to come to the dais and present the graduates to Pujya Swamiji.
Respected all, and Honorable Chancellor, Vice Chancellor, all the dignitaries, trustees, Board of Management members, those who are attending the program online as well as offline, and everybody who is present over here and watching from a distance. Hari Om, and to start with, I would like to congratulate all the graduating students of 2022 from Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, while wishing you all the very best in a long journey which is lying ahead of you. It's indeed my privilege to present the graduates of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth of 2022. And as you have already been given right instructions regarding the protocols and procedures to be followed, let me take up my responsibility that's assigned on to me. Honorable Chancellor, I present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Commerce. The first candidate is A.S. Pranav. Achal Damodar. Agartha Lakshmi. Achal Damodar. Agraha Lakshmi. Ajit Krishnan. Ananda Krishnan M. Nair. Ashwin S. Nair. Balagopalan D. Bharat Krishna. C.S. Anandalakshmi. Gautam Vijayan. Gokul S. Nair. Harigovind A.B., Irne Sara Shiju, Jackson Sabu, Jayakrishnan, Joel Sunil, Nandu Shashikumar, Pramod Maya Kannan, Rajalakshmi R, Raj Krishna M, Ramnath TK, Shrikant P, Shruti S, and the last student is Vasudev EM from Bachelor of Commerce. Honorable Chancellor, now let me present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Applied Psychology. Amritashri J.S., Anjaneya Varma K.C., Anvita Shashi, Havisha Venkatanaga Machiraju, Manasi Parag Patel, Meera Nair, Meghna Jayan, Meghna Yase, here Manasi is coming. Manasi. Yes, Navya Parag Patel. Meera Nair. Meera Nair has gone. Where is Meera? No. Meghna. Navya. Rajashri K.R. And the last student is Vaishnavi A. Honorable Chancellor, I present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Business Administration. The first student is Aishwarya Sunil Raj. Ayush Jitendra Gupta. Eldo Sabu. Sangeeta Sukumaran, Solomon Alungal, Ujjwal Chavan, Vinayak C. Chudan, Vrinda S. Menon is the last student in this group. Honorable Chancellor, let me now present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Sanskrit. The first student is Nandaharita PM, Sri Lakshmi K. Iyer, Udbhav Manomay Gede. Honorable Chancellor, now I present to you the students who have been qualified to receive postgraduate diploma in Advaita Vedanta. The first student is A. Krishna Kumar. Arun Kumar Goyal. Aruna D.R. Arunachalam Chandramouli Jonya. Bhupender Singh Negi. Boyer Shinoba Lulia. Chandrasekhar Rajagopalan Ellenpuram. Deepak Chandrasekhar Singh. Dharmavaram Venkata Subbaravu. Divakar Vishnu Puranik. Emilija Karsan. Giridas Keraladasan Laditampika Devi. Gopi Krishna Paritala. Jyoti Naishat Shah. Venkateshwara Rao Pula. Indrani Bhattacharya. Jagadish Timmapaya. Jayanti Vaidyanathan. Kavita Gupta. Madhav Khurana. Madhavan Tenkari Shankar Narayanan. Mahesh Kumar Meena. Mahua Das. Maria Gotsulik Baras. Mepurat Sridharan Pillai Harindranath. Minal Bhupendra Kharwan. Nandana Shrestha. Nirmala Menon R. Nisha Singh. Padmaja NC. Pavede Pole Selli. Pooja Chaturvedi, Praknaya Madhusudhanan, Angle, Radhika Mothur, Rashmi Vinod Haritwan, Ronika Sharma, Sangeeta Naya, Satish P. Pai, Shashikala Duraisamy, there is one request is there. Please keep silence because a little of noise is coming from you. Please, we can talk after this is done. This is a very important thing which is happening. Please keep silent. Okay. Saumya Gopalakrishnan, Shrikant Sri Giriraju, Srinivasa Rekwatan, Srinivasan Suravaram, Subramanian Viruprakashan, Sugantha Agnihotri, Sundar KM, Sunita Bhaskaran, Suresh Ramakrishnan, Teresa Maria Pinto, Urmila Harith, Vijayanti Bodas, Urmila Vivekanand Patki, Vijayanti Bodas, Vasanthi Ranganath, Vivek Kumar Dubey. Honorable Chancellor, now let me have the privilege of presenting to you the students who have been qualified to receive diploma in Advaita Vedanta. The first one, Adimata, Akshay Vishnu, and Anjana Krishnamurthy. Honorable Chancellor, let me have the privilege of presenting to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Masters of Science in Applied Psychology. Aparna Gavande, Aarti Krishnan, Ashwin Yu, Lakshmi Shivaraman, Mariam Fernandez, Mary Jude, Renuka Joshi, Reshma Kuriakos, Sana PM, Shofila Samir, Shilpa Anand, Sneha M, Vinay Kumar, and the last student is Zeenat Jazeel. Honorable Chancellor, may I present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Master of Arts in Music in the order of Hindustani Vocal, Bansuri and Tabla. The first person is Tanishk Arora, Naga Nithini. He has not joined. Sutha Venkataraman Bhatt, Sutha. Okay. Hari Om Sharma, Dipin Das AD. Honorable Chancellor, moving on, may I present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Master of Arts in Sanskrit. Harsh Agarwal, he has not come it seems, and Vinay C. Honorable Chancellor, let me now present to you the student who have been qualified to receive the degree of Master of Arts in Public Policy and Governance. Ashwati Prakash. Ashwati Prakash also could not join. Honorable Chancellor, let me now present to you the students who have been qualified to receive the degree of Master of Vocation, Renewable Energy and Management. Arun K.S., Nihad H.M. With this, we are coming to the closure of the conferring of the degrees in person. Now, Honorable Chancellor, we have a few students. In absentia, they are getting conferred, they are getting their degrees. And I'll just read their names also. From BCom, we have Abhishek B, Advait Sai Charan, and Vengalathura Ramaprasad Rameshwar. From BA Applied Psychology, we have Shreya Mohan, Savitri B, Indumati K, Anusha Samanta. And from BBA, we have Ajay Venkatesh, Arati Abhinash, Kushal A, Salla Gundala, Monica, Sisir A, Vare Navina, and Vishwandapalli Saujanya. And from BA Sanskrit, we have Ayush Sharma, Rupesh Raj Sharma, and Srinivasan P. From MA Public Policy, from Postgraduate Diploma in Advaita Vedanta, we have got Anjana Krishnamurthy. And from IM Vyakarana, we have Harish Kumar, Samana M, Sevavati, and Sunida Thakur. All these people have completed with their Shastri degree at the graduate level from the program. That was an exit possible. And from IM Masters Music, Hindustani Vocal, we have Roshni Narayan Sarodi. And we also have Prachi Maurya. IM Masters Bansuri, we have Jay Krishna Hingu and Jeevan Mali. Plus Nived Paresh Goswami. IM Masters Music in Tabla, we have Tanai Kunde, Pratik Joshi, Debashish Banerjee, Jyoti Prakash Mistry. From MA Public Policy and Governance, we have Shivapriya Ambalavanan, Veena Maher, Arth Mishra, Priyanka Walter. And from M Mvoke Tourism and Hospitality, Thanup K. Chandran is also taking his diploma today. Commencement day. Thank you so much, Pujya Swamiji, for conferring the degrees onto our students and gracing the occasion. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Professor. Thank you, Swamiji. Next, I call upon the Dean to announce the recipient of the gold medal for the 2021-22 and Pujya Swamiji to award the medal.
And here comes a much coveted award of an academic year of any university, the gold medalist. And herein at Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, the 2022 batch's gold medal goes to Sugandha Agnihotri from the postgraduate diploma in Advaita Vedanta. And a few words about today's gold medalist, the most coveted medal which has been taken by Sugandha Agnihotri. She hails from Lucknow, Uttar Pradesh. She is a biology graduate with subsequent specializations and training in environmental management and sciences. In the work front, she has experience in environmental sciences and forestry. Ladies and gentlemen, there is a very strong creative dimension to her personality that centers around reciting poetries, writing essays, singing folk songs, and also other forms of literary writing. She has a plethora of hobbies such as reading, writing, bird watching, trekking, nature walk, photography, playing guitar, listening to music, and watching movies. On behalf of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, we congratulate Sugandhi Agnihotri on this occasion.
Thank you, Professor Srivalsakumar, for presenting the graduates and announcing. And thank you to Ms. Sugandha Agnihotri for receiving the much coveted gold medal. Now it is my honor and privilege to invite Pujya Swamiji to bless the students with his words of wisdom.
Dear students, all the dignitaries present here, and all the teachers, professors, and staff members who have all assisted you for this grand day. The day I was passing out of school, I went to one of my teachers for an autograph. And my teacher on that wrote, she didn't write about her teachings, she didn't write about what we had learned. What she wrote in my autograph book was something that stood by me all my life. And that was that the values that you have learned in this school will stand by you, live those values, and remain ever standing up in life. I share that with you today because all the learnings, the skills that we may have developed, it is finally the virtues that you have developed with noble values that is going to stand by you in everything that you do in your life. There's a beautiful portion in our epic which is popularly known as Vibhishan Gita. When Ramchandraji comes to the battlefield, he's finally encountering the mighty warrior who has fought star wars. And stop looking at our epics to be some fiction. Who has fought star wars, and he's coming on his most sophisticated war machine with an army which is well trained and has fought many battles. And Ramchandraji, himself no doubt a great warrior of mighty valor, stands barefoot without an armor, a shield, nor a tank or a war machine or even a chariot. Vibhishan, out of his anxiety, just like your parents have the anxiety, will you do it? Is it possible? There are so many challenges outside, so many difficulties in front of us. You're venturing forth in life right after the pandemic, where markets are crashing. Job opportunities might appear bleak as far as predictions are concerned. But the wise people take everything as an opportunity, not as a calamity. Vibhishan goes up to Ramchandraji and says, How can you fight this mighty warrior Ravan who's got a chariot and a sophisticated army? And Ramchandraji, instead of being discouraged by this calamity that seems to be coming towards him, this mighty force that is coming towards him to crush him, in fact, he stands with full confidence and tells Vibhishan that it is not this war machine, this is not this chariot, it is not this retinue or resources that guarantees success. Not even one's might and one's skill, which is required, no doubt. It is finally that inner spirit of having built yourself a chariot of dharma, a chariot of values that guarantees you sure success, and not only sure success, like our Gurudev, who was the great visionary behind this university. And when the intention, the conviction, the vision, and the visionary are all so great, the students that manifest from this university, and I choose the word manifest, cannot be ordinary, and certainly have been equipped with such abilities, talents, and virtues that they can face any challenge in their life. Puja Gurudev used to say, we are all born to succeed, but very few succeed. Success is our birthright. It's just that most people are not able to live their knowledge, express their talent, efficiently use their skills. For all that, you require a focused, a strong, and well-mastered equipments. Physical, emotional, intellectual. And it can come when our vision, our goal, as well as our inner confidence and strength that comes by living a life of nobility, living a life of virtues. Eventually, it is that which gives our mind strength to face every possible life situation, to turn a failure into a mighty success. If you have the presence of mind, the faith in the Supreme, the faith in the wisdom of the universe, the faith in the knowledge that you have gained, and faith in yourself, then there is nothing in this world that you cannot attain or reach. Keep your purpose vast, noble, in which it is not only your benefit, but the benefit of many. The fulfillment that you get is far greater than some material gains, which is just a byproduct of your greatness and your success. Therefore, Ramchandraji teaches to Vibhishan that do not put ifs and buts in life. Do not be challenged by any calamity that seems to come towards you. If you have that well-mastered mind, as Guru Nanak Sahib has said, Man jeete, jag jeet. If you have got that well-mastered mind, then there is no situation in life that can defeat you. Whenever you feel low, invoke your devotion, invoke your faith, live a life of values, even though in midst of apparent failures. For those who live such values and have such a dharma ratha, such a chariot, such a vehicle, which is strengthened by the noble values that includes many in our vision, in our goal, in our team, in our work, and in our success. And as you go ahead towards your goals and you are able to inspire, help, take others to success, you don't only attain success of great significance, but you attain success of significance along with greatness. And who do we consider great in our life? Not those who just have a lot of wealth. It is not those who may have performed mighty feats. If one person we were to think right now who is the greatest in our life, who comes to your mind? Nobody comes to your mind. We have seen the life of Guru, but in your personal life before you met Gurudev, yeah, Mother, isn't it? And these 9 days we worship the Divine Mother. She may not have done anything great in terms of monetary achievements, career, etc. Today our mothers are even career-oriented. She may not be a prime minister of a country. Yet, she brought greatness to you. And that makes her great in your eyes. And therefore, we all revere our mothers. Why? Because with the love, she manifested all her virtues to make you what you are, including, of course, your father. And of course, in our life, our inspiration, Pujya Gurudev. Therefore, as you heard in the Convocation address, by the great rishis, when students left their universities, this was the address given to them, that do not compromise on your honesty, do not compromise on your dharma, your values, do not compromise on your welfare and the welfare of the world, your prosperity and bringing prosperity to the world. Do not neglect your health and your performance. All this has been given in the Convocation address which we were given when we were students and which we pass on to you. And thus, as you've been beautifully addressed by our chief guest, Mr. Nitin, that have a life of purpose, set high goals in your life, live a life of virtues, and see that even the highest goal that people may have achieved today will be small for you. Reach out for the sky. Do not be afraid of failure. The tragedy of human beings is, which I shared with you when I was there last time, not that we set high goals and don't achieve it, but we set small goals and we achieve it. Let not fear of failure ever stop you from aiming high. Reach out to the highest. Benefit the maximum. Prosperity is just a byproduct. So wish you all the best, and I invoke the blessings of Bhagwan, of the Divine Mother, and Pujya Gurudev, and all the great teachers, scholars, professors, past and present, who have shared with us the knowledge which you have got. Live your life to the best of your capacity, and whatever you will achieve will be better than the best. Wish you all with lots of love and blessings. Hari Om.
Thank you, Swamiji. That was very inspiring, and I'm sure the students will carry your message with them wherever they go. Next, I call upon Ms. Sugandha Agnihotri to say a few words about her journey at CVV.
Hari Om. Gurudev Tava Mahaniya Kripa. This is all what I can say looking back at this 1 year of my life. Starting from not even knowing what is the real meaning of sadhak, sadhana, and wondering in the initial months that how people are fluently chanting the ending and opening prayers in the classes. So, and reaching here, it is really a miracle, and it was possible because of Lord's grace and Guru's blessings, and of course, my parents' unconditional love and support. I thank CVV and CIF for offering this course, intensive course, which was offered to us to learn Vedanta in a Gurukul setup, where our acharyas held our hands and made us learn the deep and subtle topics of the Vedanta in such an effortless manner. And I thank Brahmachari Vedji for always being there, clearing the doubts, and always supporting us in any way possible. Then the course was structured in such a brilliant way that each and every text was systematically placed. Like whatever concept we want to learn at that point of time, it was there, not early, not after. So it was brilliantly structured that I want to bring forward. Then I want to also thank Sri Hari and Indic Academy for offering and granting the scholarship that helped me to decide and come here for this course. Being here in the birthplace of Bhagwan Adi Shankaracharya provided us this serene and sacred environment, which was very much needed for these Vedantic studies and personal sadhana. And I want to thank the CIF staff who was always there day and night working and making our life so easy in these hectic and demanding schedules. Then what is life without friends and families? So I want to thank my beautiful family here, my batchmates, my lovely batchmates, who were always there showering their love and blessings. There were fathers, mothers, daughters, no. Sisters and brothers, everyone. So it was such a beautiful journey, and I will always cherish these moments of my life. At the end, I would just say that this is a life-changing experience, and it gave so much of clarity and direction to my life, and transformed me from being a wanderer to a seeker. I am very grateful to you all for being a part of this journey, and I am overwhelmed with this honor. I was not expecting it like this. And honestly, I don't have the capacity or the ability to be here, to stand here actually. It is Lord's grace, Guru's blessings. And may I always remember that. May Bhagwan's grace always make me remember this, that this is only possible because of their grace. And may I be of some service to this great tradition. This is all what I want to say. I am offering my pranams to this great Guru Parampara tradition, to my acharyas, and to love to you all who were always there with me in this journey. Thank you. Hari Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Ms. Sugandha, for very wonderfully describing your journey at CVV. With this, we are almost approaching the conclusion of the event, but not without a surprise. We have a specially crafted performance by our students on stage. Now, I invite the students for their performance.
So, Hari Om everyone. So just like how Lord Krishna has guided Arjuna, I believe Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth have provided us with knowledge, lessons, and everything. And with the help of that, we proceed through the next phase of our life. So I welcome Lord Krishna and Arjuna to the stage.
धर्मस्य तदात्मानं सृजाम्यहम्.
Being one of the Pancha Pandavas has its ups and downs. The Kurukshetra war was the most difficult of all the days. I had to fight my cousins. But do you know something? Krishna, being my charioteer, my Sarathi, was my greatest strength. He showered me with the beautiful verses of the Gita, and you are now blessed to hear from him directly.
The Gita has many verses. Are you all ready to learn lessons from the Gita? Maybe not all the lessons, since the time given to us is just 5 minutes. So maybe I'll be talking about just the 2. Let us begin then. In the very beginning, bring the senses under control and slay this enemy called desire, which is the embodiment of sin and destroys knowledge and realization.
Even before the war of Mahabharata, in the war of Ramayana, a great message of self-mastery and through self-mastery conquering the world was given by Sri Rama to Vibhishana in the form of the Vibhishana Gita. We are going to chant a few verses from that. नाथ नरथ नहीं तन पद त्राणा कहि विधि जीतब वीर बलवाना सुनहु सखा कह कृपा निधाना जहि जय होई सो संदन आना सौरज धीरज रथ चाका सत्यशील दृढ़ ध्वजा पताका बल विवेक दम परहित घोड़े क्षमा दया क्षमता रजु जोड़े ईश भजन सारथी सुजाना कृपाना दान बरसु बुद्धि शक्ति प्रचंडा बर विज्ञान कठिन को दंडा अमर अचल मन त्रोण समाना समझम नियम शीली मुख नाना भेद विप्र गुरु पूजा यही सम विजय उपाय न दूजा सखा धर्ममय असरथ जाके जीतन कहन कतहु रिपुता के जीतन कहन कतहु रिपुता के जीतन कहन कतहु रिपुता के.
Sense organs need not be controlled. Sense organs need not be controlled. Why? God has created it well controlled. When I'm looking at you, do you mean to say my eyeballs are coming and crawling over you? My eyes are well controlled. It is in the eye socket. Isn't it? Sense organs are well controlled. What is not controlled is our mind leaks out through the sense organs.
Dearest, do you think all this praise is yours? You have a right to perform your prescribed duties, but you are not entitled to the fruits of your actions. Never consider yourself to be the cause of the results of your activities, nor be attached to an action.
Thank you, students, for the wonderful performance. That was Suprita Dattatri as Krishna, Kamya Krishna Kumar as Arjuna, Nandana S. Gauri Krishna, Meghna Kamath, Akshita B. Nair in the dance, and Krishna Priya, Vinamra Harle, Anirudh Sharma, Arun S. Menon on flute, Hridya S. Aishwarya Kaparde, and Sandra K.R. in the drama. Thank you. Every student graduating from CVV is a proud member of the Chinmaya family, ever ready to abide by the Chinmaya values. I request respected Swami Advayanandaji to lead the Chinmaya pledge.
Hari Om. Please do rise for the Chinmaya Mission Pledge. Let's keep our hands on our chest, this way. And please do repeat after me. We stand as one family, bound to each other with love and respect. We serve as an army, courageous and disciplined, ever ready to fight against all low tendencies and false values within and without us. We live honestly the noble life of sacrifice and service, producing more than what we consume and giving more than what we take. We seek the Lord's grace to keep us on the path of virtue, courage, and wisdom. May thy grace and blessings flow through us to the world around us. We believe that the service of our country is the service of the Lord of Lords, and devotion to the people is the devotion to the Supreme Self. We know our responsibilities. Give us the ability and courage to fulfill them. Om Tat Sat.
Thank you, Swamiji. Now, I call upon our registrar, Dr. Rahul Sharma, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Hari Om and good afternoon to all. Chairman of this August Academic Assembly, Pujya Swami Suratanji, Chancellor of the Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, Deemed to University Kerala, Mr. Nitin Pranjpe, esteemed Chief Guest, Chief People and Transfer Officer, Hindustan Unilever Limited, Mumbai, Professor Pasala Girvani Rao, Pro-Chancellor of the CVV, Dr. Apparabji, Trustee of the Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeth Trust, who is sponsoring Trust of CVV, Professor Ajay Kapoor, Vice Chancellor of the Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, Swami Advadananji, President of CIF and the venue of this convocation, Trustee of the All Chinmaya Trust and Chinmaya Mission members, members of Board of Management, Board of Trustee, Academic Council and Advisory Academic Council members. Invited dignitary, guests, ladies, gentlemen, as the Registrar of the Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, it is my pleasure to extend a formal vote of thanks. As we come to the end of the ceremony, at the outset, congratulations to all students who have obtained their degree in this Convocation 2022. We are truly grateful, Pujya Swamiji, our Chancellor, is the global head of the Chinmaya mission and leads moreover 300 trusts. Pujya Swamiji, you are pillar and strength for us, and your concern for students is remarkable. Thanks you, Pujya Swamiji. Thanks for the chairing the convocation of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth. We seek your guidance and support like continuous. We are grateful to the kind presence of Mr. Nitin Pranjpe, esteemed chief guest. Sir, your words in convocation address motivate the students. I thank you, Honorable Chief Guest, for having expressed your valuable time for us. A special thanks to Dr. Apparabji, Managing Trustee of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth Trust, who is managing the CVV, and Swami Avadananji, the President of CIF, for your presence have added value to this convocation. My polite thanks to the Professor Ajay Kapoor, Vice Chancellor of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth, to having successfully conducted the convocation of the university. I take pleasure to extend my sincere thanks to the honorable members of Advisory Council, member of Board of Management, member of Academic Council, and other statutory bodies of the CV for their gracious presence on this occasion and this academic festival. CV is very pleased to celebrate this day with our well-wishers, faculty members, parents, and dear students and volunteer students. Thank you. Jai Hind, Jai Bharat.
Thank you, Dr. Rahulji. We have come to the end of the event, and I request Pujya Swamiji to permit me to declare the convocation as closed. With your permission, Swamiji, I declare the convocation as closed. Next, we have our national anthem, followed by our dignitaries departing from the auditorium in procession, led by the Registrar of Chinmaya Vishwavidyapeeth. I request all the students to please rise for the national anthem and remain standing till the dignitaries depart from the auditorium and await further instructions. Thank you all. Now I request Registrar to lead the procession. Congratulations to all the students on your graduation. You may please collect the certificate from the counters that will be set up in front of the auditorium. Thank you. After collecting the certificates, you can proceed for lunch. The certificates are given inside the auditorium, not outside.